hey everyone, welcome back. And look, who is with us right now? It's SableDragonRook. She will be running Sayonara Wild Hearts. So everyone, be excited. It's Sable, take it away.
All right, thank you so much. Hi again, everybody. I was here, I guess it wasn't yesterday. Time flies when you're having fun. It was the day before. But yeah, we're doing Sayonara Wild Hearts. This is a rhythm game. Let me give a quick disclaimer before we start. If you're sensitive to flashing lights, I want to let you know that that's kind of this game's whole MO. So it can be very bright, and yeah, I mean, there's a lot of strobing. I want to let people know that before we start. If you're not sensitive to that, it should be a bopping good time. So let's get started. I'm just going to count us down here, and then we can talk kind of what's going on. I guess let me get to the screen that I need to be on. I'm definitely prepared. Don't worry about it. Okay. So we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. So this is a rhythm game, right? Which means that for the most part, the time of the speedrun is going to be roughly the same. There are a couple things that we can do to go a little bit faster. So instead, we're running all story golds. I'm going to go through every level, and I'm going to try to get at least the minimum score required to get gold rank, which is the highest that we have available. There technically is a rank higher than that, but we're not going to worry about it. It doesn't even show up, so pretend it doesn't exist. And yes, I have Mort with me. He is around, I promise. He's just not visible at the moment. So what are we doing? We're getting hearts. That's the purpose of the entire run. We spend our time collecting hearts. Big hearts are obviously worth more than little hearts. And every now and then I'll run into a square coin, which is worth quite a lot, but they're usually risky or hard to find. And we are aiming for a set number of points at every level. This level is 15,000 in order to get gold. And it'll tell us at the end right here. There's our gold rank. So how are y'all doing today? Hope you're all doing good. I'm gonna follow Mort through this. Oh man, there's so much I gotta think about. But yeah, I'll talk a little bit more about the mechanics of how we score points, because it's not just a one-to-one, you know, one heart is worth 1 point kind of thing. But before that, I know that we have a little bit of info in chat here about the charity. Do we have any donation incentives for runs later today? Or perhaps
sure.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, so chat has been doing an awesome job with the donations. All the incentives for today's runs have been met, so good job, y'all. Way to go. We do have a couple of additional incentives for tomorrow's runs. We have Cult of Lamb, chat picks follower's name. We are $10 out of $25 for that incentive, so just $15 more and we can hit that for tomorrow. And then one more incentive to go after that. It's Ghost of Tsushima Upgrade, the DLC. We are only $2 away for that. We are $73 out of 75 cents. So get your donations in for these last two incentives that we have coming up.
Beautiful. Thank you. So yeah, we're close on incentives, and every dollar raised is multiplied by RIP medical debt, so it's much more than $1 when it comes to eliminating debt. So let me explain a little bit more in detail about how this works. So the longer that I go without dying, the more points I get. Dying resets my multiplier. So for most of these levels, this level requires 30k in order to get gold. For most of these levels, dying is not an option. If I die, I'm gonna have to start over. Not from the beginning of the run. That's a separate mode called YOLO Arcade that I've been trying to beat on my stream for weeks and still haven't. But I'll have to restart the level for most of them. There are some of them where playing super well afterwards we'll still, you know, be okay. We'll take it on a case-by-case basis. But you can see for every one of these hearts that I'm getting, it's worth slightly more than the last heart. And that's the only way that we're going to reach gold for the majority of these levels.
Gold rank.
Hello, Mort. I see you. We're not going to watch cutscenes. That's obviously something that we can skip to make the natural pace of the game a little bit faster. There is one cutscene I'm going to show just because it's super rad and it doesn't take that long. And who cares? I want to show what the cutscene shows. But we'll see it later. Perfect is the best we can get for these prompts. We can also get good and okay, but the prompts don't super matter. In this level, there aren't that many points, but just getting these square coins should be enough to get me to the required amount for gold, which is 10k. This is a short level. Next level, 60k, is our gold target. This is a fairly long one, very easy to die. And this is definitely one of those levels where if I do die, we're going to have to start over. Because there are not enough points in the level if I lose the multiplier. As for what's happening in this game, kind of up to interpretation. I think the most common interpretation is, you know, this woman is gradually like coming to terms with all of her past relationships and breakups and learning to, like, relearning how to love herself. But some people kind of see it as like a trans story because we see the protagonist get more feminine as we go, and it, you know, describes her as being very like she wasn't right, you know? She didn't feel like she was the way that she should be at the beginning, and then at the end she fully like becomes who she thinks she should be. So yeah, there's all kinds of different interpretations. You'll just have to watch and see what happens because we don't skip anything. You might also notice me get slightly less talkative in some of the later levels because they will require a lot of my focus, but we got good jams to listen to in the meantime. Does anybody know, because I like this, I'm not typically a fan of rhythm games, but I like this rhythm game because it's, I don't want to say on rails because they kind of all are, right? But it's not just like button prompts that you have to match. Are there other rhythm games that are also kind of like this? You know, not the Guitar Hero kind, where you just match prompts. If anybody knows, let me know, because I dig this, and I could use more recommendations. Annapurna is the, whatever they are, studio developer, you know, behind this game. And if you haven't checked out Annapurna's stuff, do that too, because they're awesome. They produce a lot of really cool stuff. Donut County is one. The Pathless was also Annapurna. So we're through a lot of the places that are going to cause us to die. And I'm not taking any risks with her. Her fireballs are actually quite fast. I could earn more points by staying close to the fireballs. You can get risky bonuses that way. But it's not worth it. Risky bonuses are 50 points. And then, you know, if you die, you have to start over, so. And failing these prompts, you know, these okay, good, perfect prompts, often also results in your death if you just like wait for too long and don't do the prompt. So it is important that we pay attention to those. These. Because, you know, she would have obviously hit me with that fireball. So yeah, we need 60,000 points. We're relying entirely on our multiplier to get us there right here at the end. And I'll get the square coin just because. Cool. A good start. So we're heading from kind of the city-themed area. These heartbreak sections are, I guess you would call them interlude. They kind of break apart two areas so that they seem distinct. So every time you see a heartbreak, that means that we're going into something new. Or we're like starting new mechanics or something. And in this case, it's that we're moving to a new area. We're moving from the city and we're moving into the forest. It's fine that I missed that square coin. I don't usually even go for it anyway. And we're looking for 40,000 points in this level. You would know this if I spent longer on the menu screen, because it says, but I usually click through it pretty fast. I would argue the forest is the hardest part of the game to get golds in. So I will be quite happy to just get through that as quick as possible.
Gold ring.
Oh, Crypt of the Necrodancer, you're right. I've heard of it, never actually seen it. But I've heard, everything I've ever heard has been positive, so. I am not going for that coin. I don't need a risky bonus. Whatever. Looking for 20k in this level. It's a fairly I missed a couple at the beginning. I was just playing a little bit safe. So I missed a couple rows of hearts, but we should so overscore this that it'll be fine. You can choose to miss this prompt in order to hit that square coin. I would rather just get the prompt. Oh, you know what? I actually have Thumper. I got it for free. It was on like PS Plus at some point. Oh, we did not make it. All right, we'll have to do it again.
Silver ring.
Those points at the beginning mattered. Those like couple hearts. What a troll. Oh well. I tell you, the forest. I will be so happy to be out of the forest. Alright. We'll be a little more aggressive in getting these. That's fine. That should already be enough. That's more than we had last time. Still no square coin though. That square coin is very spooky. I get it in any percent, but... And another culprit, honestly, I was talking earlier about, you know, oh, these okay, good, perfect prompts don't like really matter. They would have helped because I got a lot of okays. Like that. It's really easy to get okays with this one in particular because they're timed kind of out of sync with when you think the deer is supposed to jump, so. But yeah, this level is real short. It's no big deal. Yeah, we're already a couple thousand higher than we were. Sometimes it do happen. But yeah, anyway, I got Thumper, I think, as part of PS Plus, and just haven't checked it out yet. Alright, Forest Dub, 10k, super short level, really difficult. Screen distortion makes it really hard, and it's really easy to die. And if you die with only 10,000 points, there is no way that there's enough to recover your points. But again, like I said, it's short, so if you do have to do it again, it's not super catastrophic. This is the hard part. With the screen distortion, it's really hard to tell if you're actually, like, lined up over the mushrooms. We're good, though. Are we? Again, we're not. Wow. I got super trolled. I told you this was hard. So what happened there, I actually wove in between the one bonus mushroom that I like could have used and the rest of the hearts. I bet that I couldn't do it again if I tried. But hey, I would so much rather have that problem on a 10k level than on, you know, Wild Hearts Never Die, which is 400,000 points. Plus this music kind of bops if we're being... But yeah, we're already basically done with the level again. It's no big deal. And we don't worry about the hearts. That's hypocritical of me to say, considering that I'm doing this level. But, there we go. But we don't worry about the hearts in between the mushrooms. It's way, way too easy to die if you try to, like, line it up and get those hearts. Alright. A painfully earned gold rank, but a gold rank nonetheless. It just gets harder though. This whole forest section is just a gradual ramp in difficulty. This level is very hard because these wolves will kill you absolutely mercilessly. It's really hard to actually make them explode because you need to shoot them for a decent time. And the hearts that actually give you the points come out like after they die, so you can't just shoot them and then move on. You have to shoot them and then like hang out behind them to actually get the hearts, which makes scoring points while being safe very difficult. Because see, they turn into lasers if you shoot them. And I can shoot the lasers, but if for some reason I miss or I don't explode them fast enough, they'll hit me anyway. And of course, once again, we needed 40,000. Never in my life have I been 500 short that many times in a row. Oh, Ray, thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. We are chugging along. That's for sure. But it's okay. We'll get all of this out of our system now. Instead of on something like Reverie. That was a good start to the cycle that immediately went super sour. That was very scary. Because as always, you can't die. And that's a bunch of lasers in all those point boxes. Alright, I was just going to play that a little bit more aggressively. We good. That's never happened before. Tell me about it. Okay. Dead of Night, easy to die. It's a boss fight, I forgot. You can't skip the intros of boss fights. It's easy to die in this level, but if you don't die, not that bad on points. 35,000. And just if you make it to the end of the level without dying, you'll get that. But, I mean, it is a boss fight for a reason. So these little boxes, we encountered them last level, and I just shot a couple there as well. They take a little bit of consistent shooting before they explode, but they're worth a decent number of points. So it's kind of, you know, weigh your options. Do you have time to shoot them before you need to avoid something? I don't really know what this girl went through with her circle of friends that were reliving her past as a giant three-headed wolf in the woods. But you know what? Sounds like she had a pretty exciting friend group. Hey Shabil, yeah, when I ever died in this game. YOLO Arcade, which requires you to beat the whole thing without dying. I've beaten it so many times. You have no idea. And like, I didn't go for any of those boxes because we're gonna have way more than enough points. Don't make me eat my words here. We're gonna have way more than enough points by the end to hit our target. Remember, it's only 35,000 and we're already at 27. We haven't even done second phase of the boss and there's more than 2. I'm gonna jump on the right so that I can get that square coin. Do I need it? Not really, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So we already have enough points, we're fine. Coolest of beans. Really, is Thumper like spooky? Also, we're in a heartbreak section. That means we're leaving the woods, finally. Woods is always a struggle for me in particular. It's kind of my kryptonite, so it'll be nice to be out of that. Lovely. Those were really nice points there. Easy to die here, just because depth is kind of hard to perceive when you're going up like a spiral staircase like this. If you're doing any percent, where the length of the level kind of matters a little bit more, you'll do that a little bit differently. I hung really close to the edges, which kills your momentum. I'll get that square coin even though it's scary. Heartbreak, 10k, short level, so no big deal. Next level we're looking for 15k, but this one is pretty stringent. You have to take the right pathing, and if you mess up, do it again. Thumper is hard and fast. It seemed... The word that I kind of want to use is visceral. It seemed more visceral. Like, this one is kind of more calculated in the way that you want to just like, yeah, you just want to vibe and sure, whatever. And Thumper seemed a lot more like immersive sensation-wise, because it's got a lot of like shake effects. I don't know how to describe what I'm talking about. Visceral's a good word? Okay, good. I'm glad you're picking up what I'm putting down here. Also, we needed 15k, so we literally just need to finish the level. Cool. It's no vestigial, but it'll do. Okay. Parallel universes is the one I want to cutscene, because otherwise it's kind of hard to understand what happens. Or, like what I'm dealing with throughout the level, right? So every time they snap, they're going into a parallel world, right? So they keep changing the world every time they snap. And that makes... Understanding that makes the level much easier to comprehend. The first time that I played this, I was super, super overwhelmed. Because I didn't know what was happening. Goal here, I can't read my splits because I need to pay attention. It's either 20 or 25,000. I think it's 25. But yeah, this concept is really cool to me. I like this so much. But I do actually like really need to pay attention for a hot second. Because I was getting out of cycle, and if I die, I'm not gonna earn enough points. We're good though. Beautiful. It is kind of like Persona 5, isn't it? It definitely has Persona 5. This is another one where we have a very specific route for getting gold. For example, to get this coin. There's a lot of flexibility in how you can complete these levels. Routes often look very different depending on whether you go left or right, so... And what I really like about this game, and what made it like a super positive experience for me the first time, you don't have to get like a minimum level of points in order to proceed. All you have to do is make it to the end of the level. You could get 0 points, and that's fine. The game will just like have you proceed. And I love that, because it prevents you from getting super frustrated or like overwhelmed by a level like Parallel Universes that doesn't make sense in your brain, you know? I skipped a square coin that I would normally get just because I wanted to be extra certain that we were okay. We need 25,000 points. So the square coin is gonna cost us about 1,000. We should definitely overscore enough to be fine anyway. Yeah, we're already at 24, so no biggie. It's almost can actually play this game, and it's just that the forest is really hard. So in the end, you know, even though it's on rails, we can still do a little bit to make this faster. Here's a heartbreak, so we're transitioning into a different section of the game. This heartbreak requires 50,000 points, but this one's a lot of fun. I actually quite like this one. So yeah, in any percent, skipping cutscenes as soon as possible, obviously. And there are a couple things you can do with death warps to make it go faster, even though technically you're on rails. So cycling in this level, super important. You need to come out of these things at exactly the right time, because there's teleporters on either side of the screen, right? That's what's happening. I'm going into the left side of the screen and then coming out the right, or vice versa. And if you don't cycle that correctly, you're gonna miss all of the hearts. So yeah, 50,000, we got 78. That was well more than enough for a wild rank even, but... Music could be louder in the mix, you got it. Donk. Let me know if you want it even louder. So the mechanics level, we only need 10,000 points. You get points for drifting. That's why it's called Night Drift. The longer you drift for, the more points you get. Very easy. As long as we don't accidentally run into rocks, we'll be fine. Never in my life actually run into rocks in this level. So, you get to be witness to the first time that I probably do. Because the game doesn't penalize you for drifting off the road, which makes it easy to hit rocks. I've just always been like uber careful. See, like right there, there was a rock in the middle. I would have just hung out in the middle. But yeah, I mean, we're already over 10k. I'm like just getting to the end of the level now. I don't even need the square coin, but I'll take it.
Gold rank.
So our next level, Reverie, also 10k, but very stringent. We do actually really need to get the vast majority of what's in here. If we miss things, if we die, probably not going to be good. And it's much harder to control where you are in this free-form space than it kind of looks like. Like, it's not like I really have my whole body. So your hitbox is smaller, and it makes it harder to actually hit these hearts. So we do definitely need those square coins. We'll see how I feel. There's another square coin. If it feels risky, we won't go for it, but I could really use the points. It'll be coming up here shortly, really fast, up across the top. Right here. Yeah, that felt fine. Alright, now as long as we don't die, we're good. That square coin helped a lot. Actually, I mean, at this point we can die because we have enough points. So let's just overscore and be cool. $16.8 might actually be a new PB for me. That was nice. It was. Because it records your highest score. Okay, here we go. Here we go. World we knew. Really hard. Really long. 70,000 points. Depending on where I die, I may or may not be able to recover. We really do need the multiplier. There's a lot happening. And it doesn't really get easier. Okay. We can take a small breather here before things get kind of wild again. I'm a huge fan. I'll let him know. He was sleeping completely, like, not visible right before the run, so I gave him a blackberry. And that seemed to have inspired him. Okay, basically, there's a small window in here where we can't die because we will not earn enough points. From here until I basically have enough points, we can't die. Stay away from me. Oh, I don't like you. And the camera turns and changing the orientation of the screen. Oof. Alright, that one goes kind of diagonal ways. Because it tries to get you. Alright, so breather section before things get really chaotic. However, we are already at 56,000 points and we need 70. If I die at this point, there should be enough points left to complete the level at gold. Tell you what. We were actually able to get that third heart as it disappeared. Yeah, no, I bribed him. That's exactly what happened. Alright. Whew. Deathless world we knew is really nice. And this is going to be our final heartbreak. This one is fairly challenging, and if we don't get enough points at the beginning, I'm just going to restart. We need 35,000 for the entire level, and a ton of that comes from the beginning and the resulting multiplier that we get from the beginning. It basically all comes from these whirlpools up here, and you have to just perfectly ride the line between not getting sucked in and going too far around these hearts such that you don't get them. Like, missing a couple is okay. It's fine, but we really do want, like, at least 16,000 points coming out of here. Yeah, having 19 or 20 is super ideal. We're fine. Still, I mean, I'd rather not die, all things considered, but we do not need hearts, it's fine. And we'll get a couple riskies as we go through here on the little sharp parts that are coming out. We get bonuses just for teleporting. So we want to take teleporters as often as we can. 35,000, we got 39, no problem. And we're already in the final 4 levels. Transonic gravity requires 45,000 points. Routing for this is also fairly specific. It's one of those things where, like, if you do it well, you'll have, like, way too many points. And if you don't do it well, there's no way that you're going to have enough. So every time you get to the end, you're like, oh, I didn't need to play that as aggressively as I did. And then you don't play it aggressively and you regret it. So yeah, all of these things are electrified. Like I said, that second death was just me trying to hit the pause button. All these things are electrified, so if I hit them, I die. And, you know, perfectly right on time, the universe said, why don't I give you a demonstration? It's fine. We don't have enough points to recover after losing the multiplier, but already we're basically back to where we were, so it's really no big deal. With perhaps even exactly the same number of points. But yeah, just parsing what's happening in each one of these is part of the challenge, you know? There's a lot of stuff happening on screen. Good points. God, that was close. I am not used to that path, but okay, whatever. Sure, we needed 45, we got 56. I took a path that I wasn't used to, so I had to just, like, route on the fly. Okay. Next level, 40,000 points. The purpose of this level is I'm going to have a bow, right? And so the more of these that I hit at one time, the greater my combo, and that means more points. So, you know, sadly for that little section that we just did, you can only hit one at a time, and the combo is small. If I leave these guys for too long, they're gonna like turn into electric balls and kill me. So we need to give enough time for them to appear and for me to be able to get a good combo, but not enough time that they kill me. See, like that one at the end was very close.
Gold rank.
40,000, we got 52, so we're good to go. Inside, potentially my favorite level. These levels kind of hit you really hard. Ah, this is a boss, so we can't skip the intro. 100,000 points. This is a chonky boy. But yeah, as I cruise my way through this level, don't forget that there are still some donations that are a couple bucks away from being met. I guess I'll get that coin, sure. Let's be swaggy. And it all goes in support of RIP Medical Debt, which multiplies your donations in terms of how much medical debt is forgiven, so check it out if you're cool.
Quick reminder, those incentives are Cult of Lamb, chat picks, followers, events at $10 and $25. And then our finale for tomorrow and the event as a whole, Ghost of Tsushima upgrade to DLC, that is only $2 a week. So we have some time, but definitely get those donations. We appreciate all the donations so far that have come in. Y'all are awesome. It's all going to a great cause.
For sure. Yeah, you all have been wonderful so far. Thank you for your generosity. Especially with, like, one of the things that I really, really like about RIP and that makes me like really excited to help them out is, you know, people often don't donate because it's like, but it's just $1, you know, whatever. But for them, $10 is what? Either $100 or $1,000 of medical debt eliminated. I can't math. Don't ask me to do math. That's dangerous. But point being, like, they make it count in a way that the other charities don't. And I really, really like that. So yeah, Ghost of Tsushima, Cult of the Lamb, those are your incentives that are still waiting to be met. Check them out. This level is very long. We're still going. And yeah, we're totally like riding a cloud of barf right now. Don't think about it. It's fine. But yeah, like our multiplier has gotten huge by virtue of not dying. So we are well more than fine to get that 100,000. Like this alone is going to do it. And then we still have so much of the level left. Which is nice because it's very easy to die here. And this part is kind of a nightmare in YOLO mode, where you're not allowed to die or you start from the very beginning of the game. As if I ever make it this far. Right, Shavil? But yeah, we're fine.
Gold rank.
So next up, final level. Wild Hearts Never Die, we need 400,000 points. This level is very long, it's very difficult. I will probably die at least once. That's fine because this song is a banger. And this feels super satisfying to play. If you like that feeling of, you know, games that are very well tuned to the beat, this level in particular is really, really fun. Oof. My life flashed before my eyes. So I'm getting slide bonuses, just because I can. But he keeps adding complexity to his phases every time that you go through a tunnel. This is where I die. Let's not. Cool. I am so not concerned about that square coin. It's nice to get that coin, but it's so much nicer to not die. Also super easy to die here. The cycling can be really weird. Like you can get yourself kind of like that into an almost unsalvageable situation. Cool. So there are things around the outside as well as the things that he's summoning that I need to make sure don't kill me. But I also need to be getting like big combos for points. There's a lot happening. Okay, cool. My brain for some reason is having a hard time parsing this, so cool, we made it. I do not want to be going clockwise, that's just kind of the way that it happened. Whew. This score is huge. 107,000 at this point is gargantuan. That still doesn't mean that I can die, though. Enjoy being a parent, Ray.
We have a $22 donation from Anonymous saying, "So many cool runs. Love this." Thank you, Anonymous, for that generous donation. That went to the Ghost of Tsushima upgrade to the DLC, so we have met that incentive. Great job, y'all. So we have one incentive left for tomorrow, the Cult of Lamb. Chat picks followers' names, so we're 10 out of 25 for that.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, everybody, for your generosity. I am so focused. But I think that we met the Ghost of Tsushima incentive, which is awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, let's not die. This one, we're not gonna die on this one, but the next two. Okay, we'll play it safe. Play it safe. Fine. I don't need the points. It's alright. Just don't die to the little laser things. Cool. Move on. This is so hard. Okay, cycling is very good here. Gorgeous. Okay, unless we make a catastrophic mistake, we are not gonna die. Let's just be a dragon and be real happy about it.
Then the voices of the three divine arcana echo from the beyond. And through the wind,
This level requires so much practice, but it's so fun and it's so satisfying when you can do it deathless like this. I mean, let's not count our chickens before they hatch, you know, but... Our score is about to just rocket. Because all of this is giving us multiplier, you know. The word own is the cue that you've got a ring that's real far to your left. Alright, we need 400,000. We'll be fine, but now I just kind of want to see just how high we can make it go. We 600,000s, I would think, which is awesome. It's gonna be close. Not quite. Very close. Still. So time is gonna stop very shortly here when I collect this final heart. So 3, 2, 1, time. It's okay if you weren't like ready. I didn't give you a warning.
Not long ago, in a town much like yours, there was a young woman.
Let's be real here. Not to toot my own horn. I destroyed that final level. I'm really happy about that. So yeah, this is why some people think it's like a trans story, right? Because it says that like who she was asleep. And she was sad and upset. And she got to like rock bottom. And then she discovered who she was, right? And is now happy. And now she has long hair and she dresses differently and yeah. Or it could just be about her overcoming all of her past grief from, you know, abusive relationships or whatever. But there you go. Yes, T for trans rights. There we go. Thanks so much for hanging out, everybody. Mort did absolutely nothing, but he is Mort. So that's it for me from here. I've had 2 runs and I'll pass it on to the next one. But you stay safe, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for having me, for your generosity. We have eliminated more than $60,000 in medical debt and we've still got more time. So keep it up. Y'all are wonderful. Thank you so much.